No way!
This is unbelievable!
All I did was push one button!
I pushed one button and now I have $23,052 in my bank account. That's a year's salary with one click of the mouse. What the hell just happened here?
That's $25,479.88. I just pushed one button. Holy smokes! Something's happening here? I can't even explain it.
I'm looking at $19,489 in my bank account, and all I did was push a single button. I gotta pinch myself because I can't believe this just happened.
This is beyond my wildest dreams. How can you make $26,000 by pushing one button? How?
You've got questions. What is this button? Where is this button? Who made this button and why? And most importantly, how do I get my hands on it? Today, all of your questions will be answered in the next 6 minutes. Just know this, the button is real. The income is real. And the people are real. No actors, no fake proof, just real money generated in real time and real lives changed all over the world. Stop everything and watch this video until the end, because at the end of the video, the button will appear and you'll be given the chance to push it for yourself and make $20,000 or more in just 3 hours. The push button revolution begins. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
On March 21st, 2003, a 25-year-old software engineer from Los Angeles put $100 into a Megabucks slot machine. He pressed the button on the slot machine. A moment later, he had won the largest jackpot in Las Vegas history. His take-home? $39,710,826.36. Think about it. He pressed a button. He became a multimillionaire in seconds. The lesson? Never underestimate the power of just one button. So if you want to become a millionaire yourself, all you need to know is where to find that one button. Well, you don't know it yet, but you just found it, and it's about to turn your world upside down. See this? My button did that. See this? My button did that one too. And see this? It's that button again. See? I'm the luckiest man alive, because I'm the only man alive who has the lever that wins the jackpot every time you pull it. And I can pull it as many times as I want. Nobody's stopping me. Life is good. But what about you? Are you still busy trying to get traffic, blog, or build a list? Trying to make just $100 a day online and finding that for some odd reason you can't even seem to do that? I mean, what about the products? Are you still spending more money buying them than you actually make from them? Are you still listening to gurus who are actually paid actors on a union pay scale, who know absolutely nothing about internet marketing? It's hell, I know, because I've been there. But I ask you, what if I could erase all your money worries in an instant? What if I told you you could just tear down those websites you've been tinkering with? What if I told you you could delete every single product you've ever bought and forget everything they ever taught, and instead pointed you to one single button that pulls money literally out of thin air, $20,000 at a time? A button that, when pushed just once, fills up your checking account so fast your bankers won't be able to keep up with it. I'm Jay Brown, and if you don't know me yet, let me introduce myself. I'm among the top 5 highest grossing super affiliates on the internet. Super affiliates go through a lot of effort to get to know me. They even literally buy me cars. Why? Just so I'll promote their product. Because they know I can pull hundreds of dollars worth of sales for them in just a few days. They keep asking me how I do it. I just tell them. I push the button. And that's when they start to laugh. And I laugh too, all the way to the bank. Come on inside, and I'll explain to you how I do it. You see, when I tell people I just push a button, I'm actually telling them the truth, but they don't realize it. All I do is push one button and I get richer every single day, like this. I know why they don't get it. Like, it just can't be that easy, right? I mean, that's why nobody has ever believed me, and that's okay. It just means I have the button all to myself, which I have for years. But today, things change. Today, they start believing, and you will too. Because today, for the first time, I prove once and for all what one button can do. One button. Did you know that one bullet out of a gun started World War I? Did you know that just one swing of a bat from Hank Aaron changed baseball history forever? Did you know that one button is all it takes to launch a nuclear war that destroys all of humanity? Likewise, one click, one button also has the power to make you a millionaire. Do you think I'm going to tell you where that one click is? Well, actually, yes. It's coming at the end of this video, so hang tight. You know, people constantly ask me, how do I make $22,000 in one click? I say, why is it so hard to believe? What about your microwave? They say, what about my microwave? I say, you launched that with one click. Why didn't that ever bother you? Then they say, Jay, come on. That microwave took a lot of time and know-how to invent and develop it. All you're doing when you hit the button is tapping into all of that. And I say, bingo. That's exactly how this works. We're not really doing anything much when we push the button. We're queuing something up, tapping into something that's been in development for a long, long time. Kind of like this. If you understand that all of this happened with the single push of a ball, you're beginning to understand what my push button money system is all about. The preparation is already there. The dominoes are already set up. It's done for you. All you need to do is push it. And a year's salary shows up in your bank account within 3 hours. Crazy, right? Look, when it comes to the biggest ideas, nobody ever believed it was possible. But the truth is, you have no idea how far technology has advanced. Why don't you know? Because your teachers, i.e. your gurus, have no interest in technology. They're spending their time lining their pockets off of you with their product launches. Now, I don't know much about technology either. I started out with probably the same knowledge and experience that you have. My story was not fun. When I got laid off from my job, my wife cried. then I cried more than her. Worst part, I couldn't make her feel better because I couldn't find any work for 6 months. So I took the plunge. I kept avoiding it, but eventually I had to. I actually took the only job still available in the classifieds, a job as a ticket taker at our local movie theater. I stood there day in and day out and ripped probably thousands of tickets alongside 16-year-old girls who were doing it for a summer job. The worst days were when my coworkers would come in for a movie. I'd try to hide my face, but I couldn't. I could see their looks of pity written all over their faces. It made me feel like a slug. I made $20,000 a year. Not horrible, but I was miserable. So every night I was doing searches on Google for ways to make money on my own, so I wouldn't have to put up with this embarrassment anymore. The ads for making thousands of dollars in your spare time in your underwear, I mean, they were everywhere. As much as I knew they were scams, I couldn't help it. I started clicking on those ads and ordering their packages. Each time I thought, this will be the one that works. Well, yeah, that didn't go the way I had planned. There were loads of colossal failures. And then, I think it was the 22nd product I bought, something crazy happened. I actually made a little money. $52 in 2 days. I mean, that made me smile. Finally, someone delivered the goods. I figured I could just keep that up. I could kiss my ticket taker job goodbye. Well, that didn't happen in the first month. It didn't happen in the second month, but in the third month, I made $2,266. Just slightly more than my job. And I knew I could make it even better. At this time, I reached out to the product owner just to thank him and let him know I was now going to be able to quit my job, thanks to his system. I couldn't believe it. I mean, the owner himself replied to my email. He said he was really excited to hear from me. He said 99% of people don't take any action on what he teaches, and that this meant a lot to him. And then he said, my timing was perfect. He said, I've had my team of programmers working on some technology that automates the system you're working on, so you can do what you're doing about 100 times a day without doing any work. And then he said, do you think you could be one of our case studies? You know, to test it out? You keep all of the money. And I said, of course. What is it? He said, it's just called The Button. I said, how did it get that powerful? He said, well, on my programming team, we have over 150 years of programming experience. Many of our programmers come from Fortune 500 technology firms who sell billions of dollars worth of product to the public. So they really have a knack at automation and keeping things simple. They know how to combine the most complex and advanced technology in the world with a simple interface. This lets the user enjoy it with the push of a button. Everything happens without them realizing anything about what's going on. This was the seed that made the button possible. But the question of how it actually got built, now that's a 3-hour story at least. Let's just say it took over $600,000, 10,000 hours, and somebody almost got killed to create this button. Let's also just say I've been offered $80 million from 5 different corporations to buy this button. They want it for a simple reason. Because there is no other button in the world that can do this. Let me send you a few things. So he emails me this and says this is all from one push of the button. My jaw drops. And as soon as I pick it up off the floor, I say, when can I get started? He said, as soon as you can fly here. Let me try to give you an idea of what happened when I pushed that button. I pushed the button on Monday, and I bought the entire theater I used to work in the following Tuesday. My life was never the same once I started using that button. It's the reason I became one of the top super affiliates in the world. Nobody can compete with me because I have 150 years of programming experience behind me. They don't have any. You're skeptical. They told you that push-button systems never pan out. Hold on to that thought, because I'm about to obliterate those doubts. But first, let's hear from someone that was thinking the same thing you are.
I'm Bill Hayes. I make $500,000 per month. That's per month, not per year. It all started when I saw Jay's offer. At first, I said, push a button and make millions. I'm running the other way. This is Scam City. But then another part of me said, let's just give it a shot. It's just one button, and if it works even a little, it would be worth it. So I ordered it, I pushed the button just like Jay said. Didn't expect anything to happen at all. But something happened I could not believe. It set off a firestorm. Commissions started raging in. Remember, I've never made a penny online in my life, and this button was having thousands and thousands of dollars deposited directly into my bank account. I took a picture of what happened on my first day. Here's my bank account at 1:12 p.m. That was right before I pushed the button. Here's my bank account at 3:47 p.m. Just 2 hours after I pushed the button. Do I need to say more? With Jay's permission, I gave my Nana access to the button. She clicks it a few times a day. And now, she bought the nursing home she stays in. Now those nurses take orders from her.
Awesome. Now let's hear quickly from one of our younger members who just sent in this. Okay. Screw my boss. Woohoo! This push button money system is a beast. I'm 18, and if I had known I could make $348,000 with the push of a button, I never would have spent all this time studying math. Jay, you have changed my life. Keep studying math, my boy. You'll need it to count the money. Now, I promised you incontrovertible proof of the power of this one button, and here it comes. We're going to cut to some footage of some of the shenanigans I was pulling with the push button money system. It was a lot of fun. Take a look. Okay. We're at the park here, and I'm looking to generate some bulletproof proof, if you know what I mean. I want to show everyone live that the one button system really does make $20,000 or more with just one push. Oh, here comes somebody now that I think can help us with this. You got some time to make some money online?
I'm on a walk. Sorry, man. It's my exercise.
I think we can still work this out. You mind if I walk with you?
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Hey, I'm Jay.
Hi, Jay. Lee Hoffer.
It's good to meet you. What about this weather, huh? Kind of went south.
Yeah, it sure did.
Yeah, well, I've never done this walking before, but I think we can make this work.
Make what work?
It's a little thing I call the push button money system.
Push button?
Yeah, you push a button and money comes out. It's kind of like a slot machine, but this one always wins.
Yeah. My father taught me, you get out of it what you put into it. And if you're going to tell me that you can make money just by pushing a button, I think you're nuts.
Yeah, I hear you. I totally agree. Your father's right. But, well, sometimes you can benefit from what someone else puts into it. I mean, it doesn't always have to be you, does it?
Yeah, I mean, it's like outsourcing.
Exactly. Now, a lot of people have the same reaction you have. I mean, they think I'm nuts. But here's the thing. That's only what people think before they've tried it. After they try it, they just want to keep doing it over and over again. You know what I mean? I mean, when they hit that button and see $20,000 in their account, they begin to start believing.
Shut up.
I know, it's not possible, right? Listen, I don't want to take any more of your time, but I do want to give you a chance to see what this button is all about. Would you be willing to click a button in exchange for $20,000?
It ain't gonna happen, but if it's just one click, I'd do it. I mean, hell, if I got 1% of that, it'd be worth it, right?
Exactly. I mean, that's just the way to think about it. It's just one click. There's nothing to lose and a lot to gain. And you know what the beauty is? We could do it here, right in the park.
Okay, cool.
Okay, well, let's just go sit at that picnic table over there because, like I said, it just takes one click.
Sounds good.
Okay, so let's do this. First things first. What's your full name?
Lee Hoffer. Hoffer.
Okay, got it. What bank do you use?
Chase.
Okay, do you have a quick pay setup?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so since we're going to be depositing some money into your account, I just need your email address.
Sure, it's
3, 4, 5. All right, and got it. Okay, take out your phone. And now, can you just log into your bank account? Just see what the account balance looks like right now.
Okay, what now?
Do you mind me asking how much was in there?
$337 and some change.
Okay, now you see that button, right?
Yep, nice button.
Yeah, it's a fun one too. Why don't you give that button a click?
Okay. Click. I did it.
Great. Okay, you're done. Have a nice day. Enjoy your walk.
That's it?
Yeah, we're done here.
Well, what about setting up the system?
Oh, that's set up.
What do you mean it's set up?
Well, that click that you did, that set it up. The campaign has been launched.
I'm so confused.
It's all right. I'll see you, man. Check your bank account in a few.
Hey, wait, Jay. Come back here a minute, buddy.
Okay, I guess you're a bit of a believer now, aren't you?
Well, a little. I'd like to see what happens with you.
Okay, fair enough. So why don't you just check your bank account right now? Tell me what you see there.
What do you mean? I just checked it. I'm just gonna see what I saw before.
Well, don't be so sure. I think it might look a little, well, different. Take a look.
Okay. That's not my account.
Is that your name?
Well, yeah.
Is that your account number?
Yeah, but I had $300 in there. Now it says 7,789 in there. That's not my account, is it?
It actually is. Now, refresh it.
Okay. Now it says there's $8,489 in here. Somebody's messing with me. You're messing with me, right? This is not real money.
Oh, it's pretty real. And there's going to be about $20,000 of it there in the next few hours. And if you really don't believe the money is real, tell you what, there's a Chase Bank right over there. Why don't you go to the ATM, put in your card, and check out your balance?
Jay, I just checked the balance. It said there was $10,489 in my account. My account is growing like every second. I did the withdrawal, and as you can see, Jay, it's real. I'm headed to the Apple Store. There's something my son has wanted for a long time. You proved it to me, man. Now, how the hell did we do that?
Well, it's a little something we call the push button money system.
How does it work? It's unbelievably powerful.
Listen, now I could sit here for an hour and explain to you what went into that. But tell me, do you ask the pilot how the plane works? Nah. But you still fly, right? Because you see that it works.
Got it. That makes sense to me. I just have two more questions.
Shoot.
Is this legal?
Totally legal.
Good. So next question. Can I do this again?
Sure you can. I got your email address on file. I'm gonna shoot you over a link right now. Okay, with all the instructions. Now keep that link to yourself, all right?
Okay.
Now only a few can have access to the button, and you're one of them. So can you keep a secret?
Yes, sir. I'll keep it totally confidential. This is amazing.
Okay, Lee. Well, I'm off to share this with a few more people. Oh, but one last thing. Refresh your bank account again.
Okay. My word! 13,489. Jay, I don't know what you're doing, but I like it. I can't wait to show my wife that I just made more in 10 minutes than I used to make in 6 months. Right on, man.
Check it out.
$8,475? Are you kidding me?
So there's the button. Go ahead and give it a push.
$9,478? Who the heck are you?
I went around Denver and made approximately $300,000 for random people that day in about 4 hours. We made almost $13,000 for a guy while he was walking. And if that doesn't prove how easy this is and how real this is, nothing will. You're excited right now, and you want to get started. I know that. I know that. There's a button below, so if you want to do that right now, go ahead. For those of you who are still here, I have some confessions to make, though. Instead of saying all the good stuff about their product, which frankly becomes nauseating after a while, I will actually tell you what's wrong with my product, so you know exactly what you're getting into. There are a couple things. First, number one, the system could get saturated. And that's why we're putting strict limits on how many people get access, as you'll see in a moment. Number two, this is not an autopilot system. It's a push-button system. That means you're going to have to do something every day, namely push the button. I mean, it isn't much, but it isn't autopilot, so don't think you can just set it and forget it. Number three, the button is highly protected. There are several firewalls protecting the button. I disabled those firewalls for them when I was doing the live case studies you saw a moment ago. But when you get your system, you will have to go through about 5 steps just to prove you are who you are and that you've been given access. Even with all that, this is still the fastest and easiest way to become a millionaire on earth. I've been around, so I know what I'm talking about. Hedge fund managers never had it this good. Oil tycoons never had it this good. It's a real money-making revolution. People just can't believe my life. I push the button once in the morning, once in the evening. That way I've brought in 2 peon salaries. Then I take a walk around Larimer Square. And I feel sorry for everybody who doesn't have this in their life. If only they knew where the button was. They wouldn't need to struggle. They wouldn't need to worry. They wouldn't need to rush anywhere. They wouldn't need to tell their kids, maybe tomorrow. Know this. You've never felt real power until you've clicked a button and watched $20,000 gush in and overwhelm your bank account. Here's what my life is like. Here's today. Here's yesterday. And here's the day before. And here's the day before that. And I enjoy it. I buy 50-year-old scotch, $5,000 suits, I recently bought a shoeless Joe Jackson baseball card from 1910, worth $199,000. Why? Because I want to be a part of baseball history. I don't even think about it anymore. I mean, if it makes sense, if it seems like a good investment, if it's exciting, I buy it. I want to get the most out of life, and you should too. Now, if I didn't mention it, let me tell you just how dependable this is. It's dependable. I'm going to be traveling the world this year. I leave in March. Everything will be 5-star. I'm not bringing any cash with me on purpose. I will hit the button once in each country and pay for that trip. So there's no dent in my bank account at all. You can do that same thing. You have no advantage over me whatsoever. I've got the button. You've got the button. That's it. Now, this is the part where I'd usually explain what goes into the product, the features, the benefits. So here's my explanation. Listen carefully. What are the instructions for the push button money system? They're all right here.
Push it real good!
That was in the 80s. I mean, Salt and Pepper didn't know they were talking about the push button money system of 2017. But it's true. You're not buying a video course. You're not buying a training. I mean, those days are over. You're buying one big fat button. That makes you a millionaire. We've studied it. If you push the button consistently, you're a millionaire in 3 months. Think you can wait that long? You might even do it faster. But that's the longest it'll take. Your family will think you're doing something illegal. Well, that's okay. They'll come around. Which reminds me of another beautiful aspect of the system. You have nothing to be ashamed of with this. This system was created by some of the most upstanding citizens, real do-gooders. They just happen to be guns at technology. It's a great combination, so rest assured, you're doing good work when you push the button. In fact, you're sending good karma all over the world with that one push, providing real people with real quality solutions. Only you don't do anything to deliver it. You don't find the people, you don't find the solutions, you don't turn the solutions into products, you don't deliver the product, you don't fulfill on the product, you don't process the payment, you don't check affiliate accounts, you don't get affiliates, you don't network, you don't blog. What do you do? Whatever it is that you do. I mean, do you want to hit the button and spend the rest of the day on a boogie board getting sunburned? Fine. You want to hit the button and hop on an ATV and run stuff over? Fine. You want a candlelight dinner with your wife where you order veal and the most expensive wine on the menu? Fine. The button doesn't judge. The button just pays you. Some people say an 8-year-old can do this. I say a parakeet can do this. I've actually done it with my toes just to see if I could. Yeah, I love my life, and you will too, like this woman.
Hi, I'm a public school teacher from Rochester, New York. And as you know, the pay isn't what it should be in the public school system. Well, I was part of a test group for the push-button money system. I did not believe it at first. I teach my kids hard work equals success. Turns out it does. Only in this case, the hard work has already been done. I'm just benefiting from the people who came before me. The button really did make 33 grand in one day. That month, it also made me $400,000 in commissions. I speak to you as the only public school teacher in all of Rochester that is a millionaire. Am I still teaching? Yeah, you bet. That's what gives my life meaning. But when I want a new project, I don't have to duke it out with the administration. I have it covered. I gotta tell you, my life will never be the same. And to think it all started with a single click of the mouse, well, it is just unbelievable.
Now on to that catch I mentioned earlier. 100 people will get into the program. And I'm not kidding. When I say that, 100 people get into the program. we're cutting this one off sharply. Because if access to the button gets out there, there's no telling what might happen. So what that means, in practical terms, is you only get one shot at this. You either want the button or you don't want the button. You either want to be able to turn one click of the mouse into $25,487.96 like this, or you don't. I won't try to convince you one way or another, but if you want the button, there's going to be a cost. You're not going to pay as much as you'd think, though. $10,000 worth of technology and tens of thousands of hours are behind this button. Buy $10,000 worth of technology anywhere, and you will pay $10,000. Just as if you went into any Best Buy and bought 20 PlayStations. You'd walk out with a $10,000 bill, because that's how much that much technology costs. So, here's what I'm going to do. You should pay me $100,000 for this technology, but you will only pay me $10,000 for this technology. But only after you make your first million. This usually happens within the first 3 months, so I'm not too worried about it. You'll be hearing from me then with a bill. Remember, you keep the other $990,000 to do with as you wish. And you'll probably replenish that $10,000 within a week. So you won't feel it at all. What do you pay now to get started? Well, I ask basically nothing. Just a small refundable deposit of $67. It's not really a price you pay, because you can ask for it back at any time. It's just a refundable deposit to ensure we keep out the riffraff. That's all it is. Now it's time for my signature. Push button millionaire guarantee. This is where it gets exciting. This is a guarantee you won't find anywhere else because, well, nobody else can possibly make it. Here's what it is. You will become a millionaire in 3 months from today by doing nothing but simply hitting the button you are shown to hit. 3 months from today. So take a look at your calendar. Flip 3 pages, make a red circle around the date, and know this, that by the time you hit that date on your calendar, you will be a 7-figure earner with all his worries about money behind him. Just think where you could be living in 3 months. Just think what kind of partying you could be doing, or what kind of charity you could be giving to. Whatever you want to do. The point is, it's got to make you feel good knowing you have that guarantee behind you, right? You already know how things are going to work out before you even start. You will be a millionaire. You will be pushing a button. There is nothing more I can say. It's that simple. I also guarantee that you will make a full year's salary the very first time you hit the button. This way you'll see the power from day one. I also want to make sure everyone is able to quit their jobs in the first week. Everyone. You don't need that ball and chain holding you back when you've got a button to push. Folks, remember the Staples button? That was easy. This is that easy. Only you make $20,000 every time you push it. It's that simple. Now, realize something. As we talked together, you could have pushed the button 5 times by now if you'd placed your order. But if you're still here, okay, so here's a little motivation. When you reach your first $1 million, you'll enter the highly coveted Push Button Partnership Program. What does that mean? It just means you just make even more money for free by doing nothing. Yeah, the rich get richer. You will get half a penny for every sale made across the entire Push Button Money System team. Because of the huge amount of volume that we do in a year, well, this usually adds up to an extra $400,000 to $500,000 per year. This will be completely passive income. That means you'll be able to stop pressing the button and just live off the fat of this land, if you want to. That's what many of my students do. Also, when you hit your first $1 million 3 months from now, there will be other huge perks. You will also be given access to our invitation-only private millionaire parties. Things happen at these parties nobody talks about when they leave. I'll just leave it at that. You'll also get backstage passes to all major concerts and box seats at all major NFL and NBA games. Yeah, all of them. Basically, when you join the elite, you've joined the elite. And you'll live like the elite. And speaking of the elite, let me just review some names of people who became millionaires in the past month from the push-button money system. Mark N. Dupree became a millionaire on August 15th, 2016. Mary D. Nolan became a millionaire on September 1st, 2016. Robert J. Randazzo became a millionaire on January 5th, 2017. Ollie M. Moore became a millionaire on February 5th, 2017. And they just keep on coming. Do you want your name to be on this list? Do you have any idea how easy it is to do that right now? I mean, there's only one thing you need to do. Well, you see the order button below? Well, click it now. And fill out the quick and easy form on the next page. Hit the button and let your journey to Millionaire City begin. Remember, greatness isn't doing something new, it's doing the right things over and over again. That's what this is. The push-button money system is taking what already works, multiplying it, and then automating it in that button. Essentially, is embedded the most professional, experienced, and wealthy internet marketer online. When you hit the button, you unleash them. And it's not just a button, it's a force of nature. When you click, traffic comes instantly from 40 different sources. Offers are already pre-made. You don't create them. The links are already set up. It's like electricity. To flick the switch and energy is surging through your home instantly. This kicks off a process just like that. You're going to feel real power. If you're a man, you're going to feel like a man. If you're a woman, you're going to be a financially independent woman. Treat your husband once in a while. Give him a break. It won't kill you. Hit the button below and see what it's like to make money at the push of a button. Remember, there's at least 20,000 waiting for you behind that order button. And I'm talking $20,000 today. It's just a push of the button away. Let's hear from someone who just got started with the push button system a few weeks ago. His name is Kenneth H. Rodriguez. He's from Cincinnati. I think some of you will be able to relate to his story.
Jay, you didn't know this, but I'm going through a nasty divorce right now. My wife is literally wringing me dry. I needed a new source of income, fast, or I was going to lose everything. Push button money came into my life at the midst of all that crap, and now she can shove it. She left me at the wrong time, let me tell you. All this money is mine. I never thought a single button could be this powerful. But now that single button is paying my bills, filling up my tank, buying me incredible real estate investments. So yeah, I'm a believer now. I'll see you guys. I've got to push the button again. There's a wave runner I got my eye on.
So, is there a tough situation in your life that 20 grand could help with? Is there anyone that could not benefit from $20,000 today? So, come on, let's go. Get ready to taste the sweet nectar of the life of a push-button millionaire. You're pushing buttons every day anyway. Why not push one that gets you paid? Over and over again. I know. It's too easy. It's too good to be true. Well, first off, if you think it's too good to be true, try it and prove that to yourself. There's no risk because you can get your $67 back in a heartbeat. But additionally, I ask you, why do we always assume life has to be so hard? I mean, we're living in 2017. We start a powerful engine with the push of a button. We make phone calls with the push of a button. We send emails at the push of a button. Why can't we make money at the push of a button? Well, now you can. hit the button below and change your life. Hit the button now. I mean, this is the time, and you won't be able to get it back. I mean, some ask me, is this the first time anything like this has ever come out? It actually is. But there is a first for everything. I mean, the first plane, the first assault rifle, the first guitar. Being first in this means being a part of money-making history. That's what we're doing. We're changing the course of money-making history. You can bet there will be imitators galore once this system hits, but they won't be able to imitate it because they don't have the technology I have. Now, to all the skeptics out there, I say, put me to the test. Push the button just once. And when you do, oh man, you won't just believe. You'll be an evangelist. Hit that button below. Fill out the form. Then hit the push button. It's waiting for you. Hit it. Do it now. At a time like this, you really need to reflect on your priorities. They say your life flashes before your eyes before you die. What do you want to see there? Do you want to see yourself in a cubicle with bad lighting? With a boss breathing down your back? Or do you want to see a life filled with real quality time you spent with your wife? Or do you want to see flashing before your eyes a real undying sizzling love affair with her? One in which you gave her your heart and soul and made all her dreams come true. Do you want to see your children in an embrace, holding you and not letting you go? Because you've been the best father to them they could ever have asked for. The dad or mom who never missed a soccer game, never missed a school play, never missed your son losing a tooth. That's the parent you'll be. Do you want to see good times spent with friends? Times that were carefree? Do you want to see people that you helped in Kenya or maybe just down the road at a local soup kitchen you funded? Do you want to see a life where you were respected, where people wanted to be like you? I know it's crazy to say that hitting a single button can buy you all that. I mean, the truth is sometimes crazier than fiction. Hit the button below, fill out the form, and find out exactly what I mean. Like I said before, in the time you've watched this, you could have hit the button 5 times by now. That means you're likely just lost tens of thousands of dollars because you're delaying doing what you know is right. Don't let your family down. Don't let yourself down. Go ahead. Take what's yours. Hit the button now. And by not doing it, I think you're doing yourself a great disservice. You cut your teeth online for a long time. Here's your big break. Take the break. Not everything needs to be so hard. I mean, the most brilliant ideas are sometimes the simplest ones. So don't overthink this. If you choose not to do this, you might as well just withdraw 10 grand from your bank account and throw it into an incinerator. Because that's what you're doing right now. Just throwing money away. Don't let it happen. Hit the button now. In fact, don't ask me about this. Ask Andrea from LA.
Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I used to live on a street called La Brea near Melrose, and there was something about my life I didn't like. I was always relying on my boyfriend for rides and to buy me lunch and basically everything else. I felt like a parasite. I got invited to try your push-button money system, and I said, I don't have much experience with making money online, but if it's just one button, I think I can handle that. So I hit the button. I made $22,480 that day. I'll never forget it. I was freaking out, my boyfriend was freaking out, and my mom was freaking out. It showed right up in my bank account. So I took a picture. Here, you'll see it. That's from the push-button money system. I now live in Beverly Hills. Here. And this is what I drive now. Now, whenever I go out to eat with my boyfriend, I pick up the tab and we order the most expensive stuff on the menu. I'm spoiled, I admit it. I get a massage every single day. I get 1 hour of personal training every day. I update my wardrobe just about every week on Rodeo Drive. This push button money system is a miracle, and I will never be able to thank Jay enough for introducing it to me. I've also really enjoyed being part of the Partners program that you invited me into once I became a millionaire. It's literally doubled my income without me doing anything at all. It's ridiculous. Anyway, just wanted to say thanks.
I just want to say thank you to Andrea. Thank you for having faith in the push button system and being willing to give it a try. You've now just heard from yet another person who went from broke to millionaire in 3 months. How about you? Do you want to join Andrea? Or do you want traffic jams and water cooler politics? This is your last chance to do this. Hit the button below and fill out the form. I will see you on the other side.